There is no country across the world that has developed without the support of the local manufacturers. We have been lamenting for very many years, Honorable Speaker, that Kenya as a country is one-way traffic. We are only importing. Mr. Speaker, it is a fact that we have manufacturers who have set up their factories in our country. They have just employed less than 5 people, and what these manufacturers do, they just import finished products to distribute, yet they get all the support from the government of Kenya and from the taxpayers, Honorable Speaker. The second thing that is very important, Honorable Speaker, is that the problem that this country is facing, and it is a time bomb, Honorable Speaker, is lack of employment for the surging young population of this country. The government alone cannot absorb millions of Kenyans who are job seekers. The private sector plays a pivotal role in ensuring that we have employment opportunities so that Kenyans can have the bargaining and the purchasing power to put food on the table, Honorable Speaker. So the private sector should be supported. I heard the leader of minority speak about that this country is only favoring a few individuals who are trading in cement, who are trading in steel. Honorable Speaker, I want to ask and to urge the leader of minority, Honorable Pio and I, who is my very good friend, that he has an opportunity to set up a steel factory in this country. He has an opportunity to set up a cement manufacturing factory in this country. He has an opportunity, Honorable Speaker. I know that prior to the last general elections, they had so many meetings with the business community of Dubai, the business community of Qatar, and Honorable Opio and I, you have got every reason to set up a factory, run it the way you want. You can even say that for you to buy from this factory, you must be wearing a black suit. Nobody will take you to court, Honorable Speaker. The third thing that is very important that made me to support this bill, Honorable Speaker, is because when those proposals were first being debated across the media houses in this country, there are a number of things that came out, and those things were punitive to the Kenyans, Honorable Speaker. These include the tax on motor vehicle, the tax on diapers, sanitary towels, taxes on motorcycles, Honorable Speaker. But we have since engaged, and I have had a robust discussion with the Chair of Finance and Economic Planning. He has assured me that the content of his report will finally make it to the areas that are going to be amended by this House, Honorable Speaker. I have also alive to the fact that as a Member of Parliament for Kimilili, I have the powers to amend this bill. I have the powers to suggest amendments, including the title of the bill, and everywhere that I feel we should change this bill, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this bill, read together with the report, and of course also annexed on that level with my intelligence of proposing amendments to make it better, I am convinced that we are going to protect the local manufacturers. Kenya as a country, Honorable Speaker, we have been lagging behind. That even we import toothpicks, something that is made with a very low technology. That we have been importing diapers, something that even Junet Mohammed can set up a diaper manufacturing farm in Migori, Honorable Speaker. So what we are simply saying, we are saying that the rich people of this country, the very many associations that can access funding from banks in this country, that this bill is giving them an opportunity to become entrepreneurs so that they can set up factories that will be able to produce things that have been zero-rated, and they will have a competitive edge against those manufacturers who have been importing things in this country, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we have had a discussion with the ladies of this country. I have had a discussion with girls and women from my constituency. They have raised concern about the hygiene of diapers that are imported from China. It is from this basis, Honorable Speaker, that we persuaded the Chair of Finance and Economic Planning to persuade this committee that they should consider putting an eco levy on sanitary towels that are imported from this country while zero rating the locally manufactured one, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, by passage of this bill, I am convinced, I am energized to look for money and set up a factory in Kimilili, a factory that will produce sanitary towels, a factory that will produce diapers, a factory that will produce toothpicks, Honorable Speaker, a factory that will produce tires, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have listened to the members of the other side vehemently oppose this bill, and they are saying that this bill proposes increase in taxes for tires of even the wheelchairs, for tires of wheelbarrows, for tires of motor vehicles that are used locally by very many people, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I don't blame them. You know, reading is not very easy. This finance bill, the report that the chair budget and his team produced is voluminous, Honorable Speaker. And I'm not just blaming them, but because, you know, for you to read, you must be committed. So I challenge them to go down and read the report. And even if the chair of Finance and Economic Planning has proposed those changes that includes zero rating tires, that includes zero rating eggs, that includes, Honorable Speaker, zero rating locally assembled motorcycles, I want to tell this House that we have all the powers to even propose similar proposals, so that by the time when we will be coming here on third reading, then if those proposals will not be put forward by the committee, then each one of us will have the powers to move ahead and come up with those committees, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this bill, we have been grappling with the problem of unemployment in this country. There are very many factories in this country, Honorable Speaker. This bill is going to put a stop on people whom I can refer to them as conmen. These are industrialists who set up industries in this country, but they don't manufacture anything. They don't employ anybody. They just employ an accountant who processes things from foreign countries to come here and distribute them. That is why the Finance and Economic Planning Committee was intelligent enough to say locally assembled. So even if you will import parts, you will bring in various parts, but there is evidence that you are assembling, that you require to employ a Kenyan to assist you in assembling, that you require to employ another Kenyan to assist you in cost estimation of those parts. Honorable Speaker, that is why I stand here today as a member of Parliament for Kimilili, exercising my constitutional powers and authority, that I have the powers to amend each and every section of this bill, Honorable Speaker. And being alive to the fact that the reason why the people of Kimilili brought me into this House is to ensure that the road from Rashid to Chepkwabi is tarmacked, Honorable Speaker. Is to ensure that we have a Huduma Center that is fully equipped and functional in the Kimilili constituency, Honorable Speaker. That I ensure I source for funds to tarmac the road from Maini to Kapsokon, Honorable Speaker. For those very reasons, Honorable Speaker, I stand here as a proud Kenyan, as a proud member of Parliament, supporting this bill, and I want to assure the Kenyans who are listening to me that if there is any section of this bill that is further punitive to them, I will bring amendment. You don't throw the baby in the bathwater. For my members of the opposition, Junaid Mohammed, you presided over a regime in the last Parliament that committed serious financial atrocities